Ron Harris is a multi-platinum producer, songwriter, performer. He's former A&R executive. He has worked with Christina Aguilera, Gwen Stefani, Fergie, just to name a few. And he is the director of performance at the Conservatory. Please help me welcome Ron Harris to the panel. So I'm sure most of these artists in the audience are wondering, what makes an artist stand out in this saturated market?
Ooh, what a question. It's like, well, it could be different things. And I think that, I'm just going to give you an insight, from an executive point of view. The way you want to think about it, like when you're an artist, is like, you want to think about, are you telling a story? What makes you different than someone else, right? Because imagine there's a million, gajillion singers out there. But what makes you stand out? How is your storytelling ability? Is your strength your vocals, or is your strength your vibe? Because it can be either or. And your goal as an artist is when you get that meeting, when you get to get in that room for that first meeting, don't necessarily think that you're gonna out-sing someone else, right? Because that's the mistake that so many people, well, I'm just the best singer in the world. And,
so true.
And that's not it, right? You've got to have these other intangibles, right? You've got to have the magic, you've got to have the cry in your voice, you've got to have the pain. Your story that you've lived through has to be in your performance. It has to come out, it has to be deep. And it's like I said, it's not one particular way, right? Because, you can work with artists and everybody can have something different. But the common thread is the passion that's needed in order to what I call shake the room, right? Can you walk in that room and shake the room? You don't have to be the best singer. You better have a combination of the best vibe, who you are, where you want to go, and understand that in that conversation, you want to not necessarily just look for a record deal, because a lot of times people think, oh, I just want a deal, I just want to get signed, I just want a deal. What you actually want to have is a roadmap, right? You want to be able to have a record exec or a record company give you a roadmap to where they see your success can climb, and also with that, are you a star when you walk in the room? Because imagine, say at 10 o'clock, I've got a meeting with Rihanna. At 12 o'clock, I've got a meeting with Beyonce. At 2 o'clock, I got a meeting with Justin Timberlake. And 3 o'clock, I got a meeting with you. Where are you gonna be at, right? So you gotta think about that. So when you get in that room or you get that one shot, they're sitting there and they're looking at you and they're just going, okay, what you got, right? They're not gonna tell you about that, but that's what their point of reference is. So you've gotta do your due diligence, do your best, to make sure that you're ready for that one shot. Because they're gonna know within 35 seconds, right? That's it. So it's not, oh, wait till I get to the bridge. Oh, when I get to that bridge, you're gonna love me even more, right? So I think that as you carve your way out in this really saturated market, and just because you've got a million, bajillion, people out there singing on TikTok, that doesn't mean that they're stars, right? Because a record exec still wants a star. Now that doesn't mean you can have success through TikTok, you can have that success, but can they get in the room and shake the room to become a mega star? And I think that being an exec, that's what I like to look for, right? When I call my producer buddies and everyone to work with somebody, they've got to have that thing that makes me think about them when I'm grocery shopping. It's like, damn, man, that Nikki is just so fire. I don't know what to say, which is actually what happened, but, So nevertheless, that's what it takes. Just make sure you think about who you are, try and sing from your story, what your reality is, and you got to make sure whatever your journey has been, that is coming from here, and that you got the cry, you got everything that goes with it, and that you are able to move the room. That's it.
Amazing. Thank you for